for Pin Media.
I will not go back to describe the sickle cell disease. I think we have heard the previous speakers that this is an inherited disease. What does that mean? It means that we can prevent. How do we prevent? Because even when we treat our children with sickle cell and they have better health, better life, this is a lifelong treatment, because this is not something that you treat like it has a dose and you complete and you finish. This is continuous. It means that if we continue to get more numbers coming with sickle cell disease, it means that the problem is continuous, and the numbers are continuous, and the burden is continuous. So we need to bring back the curve. And this curve, as we take care of the already that have the disease, we need to advocate for premarital counseling and testing. I remember at one time for HIV, when we were at the peak of HIV, we implemented this. It was a must that the church would not wed anybody who had not tested for HIV. And I remember in many countries, recently I was in Egypt, I was amazed how they rolled back sickle cell disease prevalence. They rolled it back literally, and they have reduced and changed the curve. And the curve is going downward, because now it is mandatory. Everyone who is going to marry, they must test you. It is a must. It is the state. You know, it is a policy. Even if they test and they tell you that now both of you are carriers and you are going to have sick children, and you are overtaken by love and you ignore the advice. But when you have the sickle cell children, you remember that the state advised you and you did not listen. If you are overtaken by love and your feet cannot hold you, and you are swept off the carpet because of love, and you know that I am a carrier and the other one is a carrier, but I cannot help, I cannot do without this person, and you go ahead and marry, when whatever happens, you are prepared. I'm emphasizing this because I think that is the area that many people do not touch. And I don't want to repeat what other people have talked about in the care and the benefit of hydroxyurea, the benefit of early detection and the early treatment, and the benefit of the current treatment, how it modifies the care, how it modifies the outcome of the disease for the children, and they are given opportunity to live longer. And this is why we are here. But as we talk about care and improving on the access to treatment like hydroxyurea and other life-saving interventions like vaccinations and prevention of malaria, and making sure that we screen early. If your child has anemia, is given blood quickly. We prevent, we rehydrate and make sure that we minimize the onset of complications. We must talk about premarital counseling and testing. We must. Because if we look at our statistics right now, 80% of our children who are dying before 5, that statistics is appalling. To me, it is unacceptable. We all know how we get sickle cell, and we can prevent more children dying, more children getting sickle cell, by making sure that when we are going to get married, we do not get two careers getting together, because automatic as the day comes out after the night, we'll have sickle cell children. So we are reminding the public, we can fall in love, yes. We can love, but let us not forget the time of excitement, that it can also come after. That our mistakes as parents are causing our children to have pain. We want to see that even at Health Center 3 in this country, all the children that have sickle cell can get to Health Center 3 and be treated and be tested and be treated, and they have an opportunity and they have equal chance to live like someone in Kayunga, someone in Mulago and Kampala. We want to see the children in Bundibujo. We want to see the children in Nakapiripiriti. We want to see the children in Katakwi. We want to see the children in Zombo get the same care like what we are getting here. This is our dream, this is our passion, this is our prayer, and really I want to take this opportunity to thank the partners. Novartis had supported us to get even the access to hydroxyurea, but it was a drop in an ocean. Government put in resources to buy more hydroxyurea for the sickle cell children, but it was a drop in an ocean. We want to thank Bristol Myers to come. We want to thank Dr. Lubega, specifically I'm saying Dr. Lubega. Even this training program to see hematology oncologists in this country, when we had zero. The pediatricians, we had general pediatricians, many of them. But you singled out this together with Baylor. Baylor, we are proud of what you are doing in HIV. Now we are giving you another load. But we have so much trust in you. Sickle cell is not a lucrative disease. It's not like HIV. HIV, everybody gives money. If you go to international scene, HIV has a lot of support. And yet this is a chronic disease that is also contributing to high mortality of under 5. So by coming out, Madam Catherine, we are so proud of you that you took over this office, and this is what you begin with. And you are beginning here in Uganda and in Kayunga right now. Thank you so much. We are proud to associate with you. As we conclude today, as we launch this program, first of all, I want to call upon the mothers and the leaders. The leaders of Kayunga, I want to thank you very much for the support. LC5, RDC, COW, DHO, we cannot forget that support, especially recently when we had challenges of land here. I know that you came through and supported us and were able to secure our land. And we want to, in the same way, we want really to ask you to continue to amplify the voices for the people to come and utilize these services. These services can only be beneficial if the very children, those children I found on those wards, my goodness, I will never forget that picture. I visited that ward where we were, the whole ward, 100%. All the children on the ward that were admitted on that ward was sickle cell children, with stroke, with crisis, with anemia, all the complications, they were there. And I could not believe, and up to now I still remember, I have photographic memory of those children. If we can improve, if we can raise awareness so that every mother because I know mothers are the ones who bring children. Yeah. Fathers, I'm not so sure. I am not so sure. Just in case they are there, we appreciate. And I am very glad to see this gentleman who was talking about his children. But mainly mothers. Let us raise awareness to bring our children. They get treatment. You get counseled even yourself. Because to have that chronic illness, you just need support. You need social support. You need someone to speak hope in you that your child will live and grow and go to school like any other and become like any other. We need to continue drumming that support. Let us also raise awareness in the communities that this is not witchcraft, but it can be a disease that is modified and be managed, and we reduce the complications. As I conclude, I want to take the opportunity to thank the management of this hospital, the board, and entire staff for the work that you are doing. And I want specifically to thank the director, because I think we've had many more complaints about it. So we really want to thank you very, very much.
Lubiringa bwe mukimanyi bugenze bweyongera abaana baffe abafa 8 ku 100 abafa bafa Nalubiringa tebannaba kutuuka myaka 5. Kati Sickle tugisanze nga yemu eyongeddwa okutta abaana baffe nga tebannaba kukula ate era nebattera nga basusse ne mu myaka 5. Ate ne mu bukulu nga mwana akuze era complications zikontinua. So tugamba tuzze wano okutongoza omulimu guno ogw'okulaba nti abantu batandika eddagala erya Nalubiri likendeeze complications ez'okufuna stroke, ez'okufuna crisis, ez'okufuna anemia, ebyo byonna tusobola okubikendeezaako. Kasita omwana bamukebera nga bukyali n'atandika eddagala lino Diseasea, ekibadde kitusoomooza tubadde nga tetulina ssente zimala okugula eddagala lya buli mwana yenna mu ggwanga, kubanga lino eddagala balibeerako paka lubeerera. Kaakati bw'oba ng'olina ennamba nga yeeyongera buli kadde ne gavumenti yokka tesobola kumakinga nnamba zino eziba zeeyongera buli lunaku. So olwaleero nga twongera amaanyi mu buweereza lw'abalwadde abalina Nalubiri, tugamba okuyamba gavumenti yo, okuyamba eggwanga lyo n'ekitundu ky'olimu ne famire yo. Togenda okuwasa omukyala oba tofumbirwa mwami nga temunnaba kwekebeza. Mugende mwekebeze nga bwe mukebera siriimu, kubanga siriimu bwe twatandika okukebera nga abantu bagenda okufumbiraganwa kyakendeeza nnyo obulwadde bwa siriimu okukola ki? Okubuna. So tugamba nti okuziyiza abaana bano abazaalibwa nga balwadde nga balina Nalubiri, kubanga mukimanyi nti obulwadde bwa Nalubiri si malogo, si kifaalu nti bagikuweereza oba mayembe. Obulwadde bwa Nalubiri obujja ku bazadde bo, inherited, kyetuyita obulwadde obw'ensikirano. Awo kitegeeza kintu okusobola okuziyiza obulwadde buno okuba bungi ate ne butulemerera okujjanjaba ng'abantu bangi. Kuba kati bwe tulaba mu statistics zaffe obulwadde bwa Nalubiri bugenda kutekinga over n'endwadde endala zonna, kubanga abaana bangi kati abazaalibwa nga balina Nalubiri. So tugamba abakyala abaami abagenda okufumbirwa oba okuwasa, mwekebeze. Obuweereza buno twagala tubutuuse wansi eyo nti abaagala okufumbiriganwa wadde nga ogenze mu health center 3 oba health center 4 n'otabusangayo, jangu wano basobola okutestinga bakubuulire bw'oba olina career ng'olinamu kajiina aka Nalubiri wadde nga tolina bubonero. Bw'owasa omukyala oba omwami ne mufumbiriganwa ne muzaala abaana nga mwembi mwinamu butrades, simanyi bwe babuyita mu Luganda, ng'olinamu obwo bujiini obwa Sickle obutofaali mu mubiri gwo mu jiini zo ojja kuzaala abaana abalwadde sikosel. Ekyo kitegeeza ki? Kiba kitegeeza nti ozadde abaana b'onooleeta mu nsi babeere nga bali mu bulumi, babeere nga balina chronic disease etawona, babeere nga obeera buli kadde ng'ogenda mu ddwaliro omwana alina okubeera ku ddagala ki. Muwulidde wano obujulizi abazadde ababadde abazaala n'abaana baabwe abamu ne bafa. So tetwandyagadde owasa omukyalo oba ofumbirwa omwami kubanga laava ekuyitiriddeko, ebigere tebikyalinnya, omutima tegukyakuba, empewo tekyayingira mu mawuggwe, emmere tokyalya, ebintu byonna bikyankalanye kubanga oli mu love. Naye ate nga oli mu love oyina trait n'oli ayina trait, mugenda kuzaala baana ate musigale nga muki muyina obuzibu obwo bw'okulabirira abaana abo. So twagala ensi endala zikendezeza sikoseelu mu nsi zaabwe kubanga bakola ki? Bakola premarital counseling ne testing ng'etteeka ne bakiteekawo ne balaba nti bakoze eki? Bakebe. Oli bw'agaana bagamba nti nantabuulirirwa asaabala bwa bbumba. Obwo gavumenti tuba tukoze omulimu gwaffe. So tusaba nti nammwe mutwale enjiri eno mugibuulire etuuke wonna tusobole okutaasa abaana baffe abazaalibwa nga balina nalubiri. Egenda mu maaso era ne kati ekituleese wano okulonkinga ekigenderwa kyaffe ekimu ekituleese wano kubunyisa njiri eno, kubuulira abantu baffe abazze wano okutuwuliriza batwale message eno bagibunye wonna. Era it's continuous, tigamba nti tugenda kwogera kati tulekeraawo. Tukyayogera era tujja kwogera era tujja kuba nga twogera paka kasita omumwa bagukyasobola okwogera.
This great achievement. Like they've said, it has really been very hectic for our people from across the country to trek all the way from their rural areas to Mulago to access care for the sickle cell disease. Now that this program has been put in our lower health facilities, this is very good. Emergencies will be met. People will overcome challenges of weather condition and high transport costs. I really appreciate this program, and as the office of the RDC, we shall support it and we shall make sure that the program works. I would like to appreciate you, Honorable Diana, our Chief Implementer. Much as I'm just 1 month old, I've carried out one monitoring here at the hospital, and I want to thank you, the hospital director. I was very happy with the services I found here. Thank you so much. The medicines were available, the patients were getting treatments, and like the chairman said, the healthy conducive here is really, really good.